Today I'll be cleaning house and having a mukbang video. So that's what's upcoming is the mukbang, but first I'm going to be cleaning up. And on the previous live stream that I was doing, it got disconnected due to some signal issues. We got a lot of viewers in here though, but then it got signal issues, and then I used my other phone and now 0 views. And that's okay. I'm gonna keep going with the flow. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so first I need to dry my dishes because I washed the big ones first to make space. There we go. Welcome to anyone who's viewing later or in the future. I greatly appreciate the views, and please click like, subscribe, and don't forget to share this video, especially with someone who will understand. Thank you. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so earlier, oh yeah, I was gonna say that it actually worked out, although now we don't have as many views because that probably messed with the algorithm a little bit, but I'm using the right hashtags now. Like I'm using hashtags before I post it, which is probably helping a lot. That being said, what was I gonna say? I mentioned earlier, oh yeah, so I got to use the right hashtags, so this time I put cleaning. And so if someone clicks on the video, they're gonna see what they're expecting to see, also a mukbang. So I like that better anyway, so it's okay that that disconnected. Now, I mentioned in the previous video before I got disconnected that I have another video on my channel with positive affirmations, and it's an ASMR video where I talk about how you can make doing the dishes like a relaxing and calming event. If you want to check that out, you can, up to you, or you can just watch live. It's all about the approach. If you approach it as a chore or as work, it feels like that. But if you approach it as a relaxing event, it feels different. You know, they say with YouTube videos, it's all about persistence. And I'm being persistent. Like my life depends on it because it does. If you're a targeted individual and you're finding it like you feel heavy and pinned down, you can use my positive affirmation videos. And if you're feeling better, somewhat better, but you're not ready for like working out and stuff yet, you can, you know, do productivity, and I have videos on that, like washing the dishes, etc. And then the next step would be stretching. I have videos on that. You can join me every day for a live stretching video. Or if you're beyond that, you can do walking videos, which I highly recommend. If you're a targeted individual, I highly recommend getting a treadmill and getting movement every day. Even if you don't want to be around all the harassment, you can always have a treadmill. Okay, so let me start rinsing these. So I also talked in the previous video, alright, I got a like, whoa, 19 views, thank you everyone for joining. So in a video that I've done before that was like an ASMR washing the dishes video, like using it as a relaxing practice, I talked about how you can even feel the water on your hands. And if you go through stress from the world on a daily basis, connecting to that sense of the water on your hand, that sense of touch is grounding. It puts you into the moment. You know what I mean? And that's one method, like the touch sensation, but also, more popular is the breathing, right? Breathing sensation. Or some people are auditory and they listen to calming music and that connects them to that music. So there are different methods, and this one is probably less known, but it also works quite well. And I do have videos about that on my channel. So there will be a mukbang soon, but first I need to clean my dishes and everything. Oh yeah, I also showed, so I like to do meal prep, and if you're going through a lot, you have a lot of stress in life, one thing that really helps you to save time and stress is when you cook, you can make multiple meals at the same time. So for example, here I have some potato soup, which I'm thawing out. I froze this in the freezer. That's my potato soup that I'm thawing out. I'll be eating that later for the mukbang. Okay, so the first session of dishes, like I got what I used to cook my pasta and macaroni. Those were the bigger dishes. I washed those and then dried those, and then I did these, and then I only have a few left, or how many ever. So I'll probably just go ahead and dry these off. Thank you everyone for joining. Like in this video, I just really want to convey the message that if you're going through a lot of stress in the world or whatever, like cleaning can be a very therapeutic activity that you can do. it's a really good practice and a good way to call your energy back and focus on the present moment. Focus on a positive activity that is benefiting you rather than letting something stressful take your focus off of that, and then you're falling behind and you're paying attention to something that is not helping you. Right? So, really want to share those tips today. So this goes over here. I'm quite busy today. I've stayed very busy. If you watch my lives, you know what I'm talking about. I've been quite busy and productive. Feels good, feels good. Yeah. All right. Oh, by the way, this thing is amazing. If you like fried eggs and you're on a diet, this is a microwave egg maker. And basically, so it comes with this piece, but this is the main one. And basically, you put an egg in here and you can microwave it. I know that sounds funny, but like I've watched a lot of videos where, like, even if you cook vegetables in the microwave, they say it actually preserves more nutrients and minerals. And you know, it's like a myth that it's like not good to use the microwave because, oh, maybe taste wise though, that's different. Maybe that's not a myth, but actually it did taste really good though. Anyway, my point is, instead of using oil for your egg, you can get one of these devices, and it turns out quite similar to a fried egg. It's really good. It's called let's see, microwave egg maker. Less calories if you're on a diet, totally beneficial. I liked it. All right. And I'm gonna keep using that. I also put a salad in there, and it was like a sauteed salad, no oil. Oh my God, I can't recommend it enough because, dude, like 1 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon, whatever, of oil has a lot of calories in it. And like I said, this thing you could just use the microwave, pop it in there, no oil, way less calories, but it's still like sauteed or fried or whatever. So yeah, totally worth it on that one, which is why I recommend it. And obviously it's not sponsored. But yeah. Okay, let's go over here. Out of the way. This one goes here. And this one goes here. Okay. This one goes over here. Good. Now. I apologize for the noise. My sink is quite loud. So for anyone who regularly watches my uploads, like if they missed my live and they watch the upload of the live, I'm getting way more viewers now on my live videos. Yay! So I just wanted to share that good news with you. Please click like. Alright. And targeted individuals, just remember, we're not letting anything drag us down. All right. Thank you to everyone who clicked like. Thank you to everyone who's viewing. So we're doing pretty good with the dishes and, using our grounding practices. Let me just rinse this pan right here. I will be heating up my potato soup in a moment. Just in case you're newly joining, I've got my potato soup right here. Gotta be careful with this. I do meal prep, and I talk about meal prep on this channel. So I froze some potato soup and I'm thawing it out right now, and later I will be heating that up and having my mukbang. I will also be doing a coleslaw salad, which, oh my god, sounds so good to me right now, because I've been pretty productive. I don't know if you joined earlier, but I've been productive today. I've been stretching, been doing all that, all this, the tea, everything. So it took up a lot of time, and I'm quite hungry, and this mukbang is going to be so good. Okay, so let's just continue. All right. I'd also like to mention that I do have noise campaigns going on, because I'm doing really good right now. Like I told you before, if you're a targeted individual, or even if you're just everyone deals with stress. Everyone has to deal with other people that sometimes can be kind of hard to deal with. Just remember to forgive them, let it go, turn to Jesus when it comes to that. Take a breather and focus back on what you're doing. Because I do have a lot of that going on today, because I'm doing good. I'm happy, getting more views, and so they're going all out. But that just shows their character, right? And we want to focus on what we're doing. And I forgive them. That's all I have to say to them. Okay. So I kind of want to get started on my food, preparing my food. So therefore, I think I'm just clear some space over here. Now I have this water filter. Highly recommend having a water filter. It saves money and it filters the water. So there is my water prepared. Gonna set it over here to filter. Okay, clear this out of the way. Thank you everyone for joining. I will try to produce more content for you. I'll try to be here more often. Let me wipe this off. Okay. I'll try to be here more often because actually I really enjoyed it. Let's see what this is. Coffee. Okay, I'll put this in the fridge. I thought it would have been soy sauce, but it was coffee. Here we go. Okay. Oh, I just saw something that I had. Okay, well, maybe next time. That's a future move. Okay. Woohoo, the house is getting clean. I love that. It's a really good feeling to have a clean, organized house. And I'm telling you, if you go through some daily stress from the world, just know that having an organized and clean house is going to be so conducive to not forgetting things. For example, let's say that you, I don't know, got a noise campaign or noise happening, or someone starts to go, whatever, right? But then you're like, okay, let me focus on this or that. Okay, let me focus on making a healthy meal. Okay, so I give you an example. Let me make a salad, right? Okay. You got your noise campaign, and you're like, let me make a salad. And then you go in the kitchen. If things are not in their place and you can't find the things you need, like a salad spinner or whatever, that's going to take more time. You're going to get hungrier. They might continue with the stress, whatever the stress may be in your day, etc. And that is why having an organized space is so conductive. It's not just an aesthetic thing, although it is actually calming and aesthetically pleasing just knowing that your house looks nice, but it's more than just that. And so I wanted to share that. Okay, what else? Let's see. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, so I have all right, let's get into it with the meal. So now we're going to get into, I guess I could call it the cooking process, but like I said, when it comes to the potato soup, I already meal prepped that, and I highly recommend meal prepping. Totally contributes to what I was talking about earlier with the like ease of your day. Okay, and I showed my potato soup. If you're watching this live, you can catch it in the upload later. That being said, let's move on to the other part of my meal, because typically I like to have something that like is rewarding, comforting, tasty, whatever, like my potato soup. But then I always try to get a salad in there with it. This is that microwave egg maker that I was telling you about. I'm gonna put some coleslaw mix, which has cabbage, carrots, etc., and some mushrooms in here, and microwave that for like 50 seconds or 40 seconds, and then that's going to be like a stir fry. Totally delicious. And today I think I'll make it different. I've been putting avocado dip in there that I homemade myself. Recipe on my channel, I talked about that. Hold on 1 minute. Let's see. Coleslaw mix, okay. Mushrooms. All right. Mushrooms. I love mushrooms so much. They're filling as well. Healthy, filling, etc. And then let's put this in here. I was thinking I should kind of like show what I'm doing. Hi. Okay, so here's the coleslaw going in. I just washed the dishes so my hands are clean. Coleslaw's going in. I like to put a lot of coleslaw. Then I put some mushrooms. Oh yeah, I gotta show that. Okay, so there's the coleslaw. Fresh, delicious coleslaw, different colors in there. They say that's healthy and good. Putting the mushrooms. As you can see, there's the mushrooms. These are the brown crimini mushrooms. I also have some white ones. Both of them are very similar in taste. Okay, now what I do is I like to rinse this off in the device and then close it and drain it that way. Because if you want something similar to like a stir fry, if you rinse it, it basically gets steamed and it's almost like a stir fry. This is my cabbage coleslaw mix with some mushrooms. Delicious. Then later I'm gonna make, oh my god, like I'm so hungry, I've been so busy today and I'm so looking forward to this mukbang. That being said, I'm gonna make a ginger dressing for this coleslaw. I'm gonna put mayo for like the oil, but it's less oil and has some protein from the eggs, I believe. That being said, I'm also gonna put some ginger and maybe a little bit of sugar. Probably not on the sugar because I'm trying to watch my sugar. So a little bit of mayo, a little bit of ginger, and that's about it. Here we go. Gonna rinse it off. It's good to make it kind of wet. And then I shake it up. Drain that out. Visible, yeah. Drain that out. Then I rinse it again. Shake it up. Rinse it out. Make sure you get as much of the water as you can out because you don't want the mayo to be runny. And pretty much no matter how much I shake this, there's still going to be a little bit of wetness in there, enough to steam it. So you just want to get as much as you can out. And then if you really don't want, you could even dry it off with a napkin if you don't want running, at all. But I think this gets it pretty dry. Okay, so that's what it looks like afterwards. Got your nice healthy mix there. We're gonna put it on 40 seconds. All right. I can still recognize. Okay, good. So I do have a sugar mix that's 50% sugar and 50% stevia, and I highly recommend stevia because it's plant-based. So I might put a little bit of that, but I'm trying to watch my sugar lately. Okay, so here's after 40 seconds in the microwave. It's gonna be like a sauteed, basically a sauteed vegetables. And I still think that it's delicious and good to put. Okay, so I do see some water in there. So what I'm gonna do is, like I recommended earlier, I'm gonna get a bowl and let's see. Okay, so like instead of putting oil, you could use mayonnaise. I don't know if that's better. I feel like it is because I know mayonnaise has eggs and oil, right? So it's probably less oil. I don't know. That's just my guess. Okay, now we do have a noise campaign going on at the moment. I'm gonna get a napkin, and if you're a targeted individual, you can relate. You know, when you're trying to. Does anybody need their motor to be that loud? But it's okay. Like I forgive it. It's well, whatever. The noise pollution in modern day society is just redonk. It's redonk. Okay, now. Okay, so I'm gonna take my napkin and I'm gonna put my coleslaw on the napkin to drain out the. Oh my god, my stomach is rumbling. My stomach is rumbling, and that's a good sign. And that's why we have the noise campaign. You know, when you're doing good, you might notice that there's a noise campaign. But just let it serve as a reminder that you are doing very good, okay? All right, now, okay, I got most of the water out. I'm gonna try rinsing my cabbage ahead of time next time. I'm telling you, we've got some serious noise campaigns going on. Mayo. I'm not seeing it. There it is. Okay, there's my mayo. I got the mushrooms, the cabbage. Okay, so the ingredients are, for the mix, mayo, sugar with 50% stevia, and ginger. And I'm looking for my ginger. Got it. Excuse me. Adding some ginger, good amount. Like half a spoon of mayo, which wouldn't even be, like obviously it's not going to be a spoonful of oil when it's not even a spoonful of mayo. Okay, because mayo is like a diluted oil with eggs in it. And also like I think vinegar as well. Okay, so there's that. All right. I am so hungry. Okay. Now, Now that that's done, I'm gonna start heating up my potato soup. Yummy! Rinse that out. There we go. Got the pot and put my potato soup in there. Delish. Wow. That looks so good. My cat came into the room right when I opened that bag. He knows. He knows about that. Like he's used to it. Okay. That doesn't want to close. There we go. My cat knows when I like open anything with meat in it. Like you noticed, like I was opening the coleslaw salad and everything. You heard that? Nothing. When I opened, like the moment I opened the soup, he knew. Okay. Hi there. He's like, yeah, I did. Okay. I'm gonna have a bite of my salad. So this is basically a coleslaw with ginger. Mmm. Mmm. Okay, I hear ya. You want some dinner? Oh my god. The texture of those mushrooms in them, so delicious. I'm not sure if the mushrooms go well with the sweetness though, but I think it works out. Okay, hold on 1 second. Give you some food. There you go. Alright. Look at that. Yay. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I like to have my salad before I have my meal. It's fun because I'm like standing for my mukbang. It's like so unprofessional. Some people have like the whole setup and like the microphone and everything, but hey, this is my first mukbang. Well, no, it's not my first mukbang. It's my first live mukbang, I think. Mmm. Mmm. I might add an egg in the future to this, and I would also recommend, like, if you're doing the mayo version of this, don't add water. Rinse the vegetables beforehand in like a salad spinner. That would be better. But this is so good because I did dry it off with the napkin, but even just a little bit of wetness, I don't like it. Mmm. Oh. I do like the salad, but I just don't want any wetness in there when it's got the mayo. The ginger got me. Yum. Like, there's like a little bit of ginger on the side right there, and I think I breathed it in. I should have mixed that right. But yeah. Okay, let me mix this up. Mmm. It's always good to have a salad before your meal. Mm. Oh my god. Because I'm hungry and I was busy today, this is even better. And what was I gonna say? I like to rinse my bowl. Right away because I can just use that for my soup. Okay, now I think my soup is going to take a while to cool down. Therefore, I'm going to get back to cleaning more. Oh my god. Honestly, that salad was so good. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. Okay. Let me pop my back again. Oh, okay. Now, let's put some stuff away. This is clean. Totally recommend that. This is clean, this is clean. Excuse me. Rinse this off. My cat is going wild. He's like running around. He smells the soup. Okay. Always try to remember to align with what is good for you. You know, productivity, health, all of these type of things are the things that you want to focus on, not noise campaigns, negativity, etc. And that's important to remember. You know, why would you pay attention to someone who's trying to drag you down when you're trying to do something good for yourself and others, right? So my water is filtered. Recommend getting a water filter. And, okay, let me get my vegetables back in the fridge. Now, I think when I have my mukbang for the potato soup portion, I will probably have a seat and turn on my massage here. Therefore, before I even pour that, let's get this ready. Alright, let's see. Okay, thank you to everyone who's here, whether live or in the future. Hello to the people from the future on YouTube. Talking about, when this is posted, it's probably going to be by tomorrow. It takes a while for my videos to post, so. Oh, I'm going to post pretty fast this time, huh? Got a bowl of soup now. It's going to shrimp. Alright. potato soup. Oh my god. I know this is good. I know it. I turned on my massage chair, so. What's that? Whoa, potato soup is such a good, like a delicious and comforting meal. Yo. Smells good, tastes good. Oh my god. And I can taste the garlic. Oh, totally delicious. I put a little bit of spice in this one. Black pepper at least. Like a good amount. Would be some cayenne pepper. It's delicious. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh my god. I'm so unprofessional as a mukbanger. Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to have my water. When you have a solid and a water, it helps you not go on. Okay. Got my water. Cheers. Ah, very good, very good. Let's get the massage machine back on. I thought I had more mushrooms in this. I guess not. I think I even blended some cabbage in here. Oh my god. Probably peas and carrots as well. Oh my god. Yeah, because of that salad that I had earlier, I'm feeling stuffed, which is good. Well, not yet stuffed, but like I'm feeling like. So, for example, if I didn't have the salad, maybe I'd be like, oh, is this going to be enough? And I'm not feeling like that. So, you know, since I do talk about like dieting on my channel, since I need a diet right now, all of the noise campaigns and psychological abuse that I've been through from the world started to get to me. But I found methods to deal with that and keep, you know, doing good. Okay. I'm gonna mix it. Oh, I also put some cream in there. So it's kind of got like a cheesiness to it, I guess you could say. Since I probably put some lemon. I got all kind of stuff in there. They were really doing noise campaigns when I went outside today. They had a street theater ready, I think, but you can never be sure, right? You never know if it's like intentional or not. But when you're a targeted individual, what you do know is that there's so much of it that it's like too much to be random chance. Okay. Yeah. If you're eating, don't let them take your attention, especially if you worked hard on the meal and it's so good. Keep enjoying. That one, oh my back. Oh god, that massage chair is so good. What was I gonna say? Food coma. I don't quite remember. And that happens when you're dealing with like a lot of noise campaigns and you're in a food coma at the same time. Just let it go. Take a breather. I'm just thinking, wow, I did my stretching video earlier, and I did my cleanup video, and then I did my mukbang. It was a pretty good day, pretty productive day. I'm happy about it. A lot of noise campaigns today. A lot of noise campaigns. But, it's as per usual, right? So, and I talked about, a lot about how to deal with noise campaigns. Please click like. I talked about how to deal with that. Basically, you shift your focus because they want to like ruin your experience. Like if you're having a good meal or whatever the case may be, like maybe you're having fun and they notice that you're having fun on YouTube or you're doing good, maybe you're getting more views or whatever. Anything like that, if they notice, like they're gonna really try to ruin that. Do not let them do that. Have a breather. Forgive them. It's whatever. You don't even know if it's intentional or not. Whatever. Just let it go. But when it's way too much, and when it's like improper. Like I saw someone on YouTube recently mention, like if they're slamming the door, they know they're not supposed to slam the door, etc. You know what I mean? But they're doing that anyway. But yeah, just forgive it and take a breather and move on. That being said, that potato soup was so good and it was kind of spicy. I made it kind of spicy, so I'm gonna get a tissue real quick. I'll be right back. I like my food spicy. And also, like, if you're eating healthy and you're on a diet, okay, it looks like we have a whatever. So if you're eating healthy and you're on a diet, one thing that can really help is spicy food because it lowers your appetite. Just like coffee, tea, they do that as well. They lower your appetite. And yeah. That's pretty funny. So yeah. We got someone that said lay off the chips. I probably am no longer going to comment on that type of activity, but just suffice it to say I did. I did lay off the chips. I'm already on a diet, and it's It's actually part of my channel now. And yeah, so anyway, and I'm doing pretty good, doing better here on YouTube, so I'm happy about it. And it's just the beginning of my diet. And I actually don't think I'm a whale. Like, yeah, like that's like my arm is getting pretty big, but it's like 50% muscle at least, so I'm pretty sure I'm not a whale. So anyway, and who cares? Like even if it wasn't, like even if I had no muscle mass, like who cares? Like wherever you are, don't let haters like this get you down. Just keep going. Like do your diet and everything. Uh, and I haven't even been lifting weights that much, but like it's naturally like and thanks to the comments because it adds comments and I'll probably work out more. Like I wasn't planning on working out. I had a stretch today. Thanks to you, I'll probably work out. So thanks. And by the way, that's how you do that if you are dealing with someone who's giving you negative comments like they called me a whale, whatever. But that being said, you can transmute that negative energy, and I feel sorry for them if they're going through something or whatever. But that's negative energy, and for you, before it even gets to you, you transmute that into how about I work out more? It's that simple. I could have felt bad about it and went and grabbed a potato chip bag. Then his negative energy that he's feeling, he has spread that to me. Maybe he feels better about it, misery loves company, whatever. But no, uh, just to make you aware, that doesn't help you. Misery getting company, like if you're feeling bad or whatever, and you get company, actually that's two people dragging each other down. It doesn't actually benefit you. So therefore, uh, what you want to do is transmute that energy. And so yeah, and so if you do that, if somebody comments on you like that, and you do that, not only you help yourself, but actually you're maintaining that positive energy. And now it's not two people dragging each other down. It's actually someone bringing negative energy, but then the person with the positive energy is maintaining that and staying in that space. And that gives the other person an opportunity as well, but that's not really your focus because you can't really it can be a motivation, but not a focus because other people can do what they want, right? So yeah, that being said, I'm not going to comment on negative comments or everything. People want to call me a whale. I don't think I am quite at that point, but thank you for the motivation. I'll just transmute the energy and help my people here that watch me to, like, if I can be an example for them. Like, I know I'm not perfect or anything, but I'm pretty sure that has been the way that has helped me to deal with that type of thing. And I think it'll help them too. So, yeah. So, yeah. And if I didn't, I think I mentioned it before, but this massage chair here, like it's a regular chair, but then I have I got this from Amazon and it massages your back. It wasn't that expensive and I highly recommend it. Like, I had a tight back and man, like, after, cooking, because I gotta cook and I gotta clean for myself, of course, and like, after the dishes and the cooking and everything, your back can get kind of tight and stress can contribute to that. And then having like a massage chair is, oh man, it's just so worth it. It feels so good and it's just like relieving the tension. And then also you can stretch. I've got stretching videos on my channel. I talk about like positive, like motivation on my channel, etc. Awesome. Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. And then, like, if you find out what the appropriate stretches are for that, or like alignments or whatever, that will be probably more of a long term. Because I've noticed that the massage chair, it's like an instant, like really relief, but then I don't think it's a long term thing. It's like it doesn't really fix whatever it was causing it. So you gotta add to that a long term strategy, which would be, you can see it, therapist or therapeutic, physical therapist, and they can tell you exactly what to do, and then you just keep doing that, and that will permanently, or at least, you know, prevent, that type of stuff. So yeah, like I said earlier, I did my stretching video live. Like I'm trying to bring positive influence to targeted individuals because there really is a program out there that is really sent to destroy targeted individual, like take away, suck out their joy, take away their happy moments, distract them from anything good that they're doing for themselves. And a lot of times the good things are the harder things already. And then they want to like that's a perfect opportunity for them to try to sabotage you, etc., etc. If you're a target, you know what we're going through, and even if you're not, like everybody goes through this type of stress. People like I've heard a lot of videos talking about how people can, if you're on the right track, they don't want to see that. They sometimes like if you ever kind of have been on that track yourself, you might be able to kind of relate to them and it can be inspiring. I feel like that's how I am. And once you kind of bring your awareness to that type of a flow or that type of a vibe, you know that it's way more beneficial for you because you see someone else get up and start cleaning the house and you're like, I'm gonna get up, like I'm motivated, I'm energized. That is so good for you. The other route of like, oh, I don't want to work out, so like, kind of a jealousy vibe, which is kind of like more subconscious because you don't really think about it. But if you're feeling that negativity, let that go. It's not good for you. It's not good for them. It's just toxic. All right. So that being said, let me turn this back on. That being said, and we got some honking, which is totally typical for a targeted individual. Now, I was talking about how they try to get you off track when you're doing something good or you're maybe spreading help to people that need it, to the victims that they're victimizing. You're helping. People like that honking and they try to get you off track, whatever. Let it go because obviously those are not your friends. They are trying to abuse you, so you do not want to put your attention on them. You want to stretch. It provides relief. Massage provides relief. You're in a better headspace to deal with what they're throwing at you, and they're probably going to throw it at you when you're getting into that process. You gotta, and this just happens not just for targeted individuals. This just happens with people. When you try to kind of like better yourself, it just happens. And I think on my channel, I really think that I talk a lot about ways to kind of like ignore that, ways to deal with that, but also better things to focus on. Yeah, yeah, I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to be positive, etc. Exactly, exactly. It's sad, and if you like tap into your empathy, that's okay. You can realize that is sad for them, right? But and then at the same time, you want to kind of shield yourself from that because it's not good for them to stay in that sad spiral. If they're cutting you down, it probably says something about them. So you can feel sorry for them or whatever, but then you don't want to like let them affect you. So yeah, you're right. Keep staying positive, keep living your life, and yeah, I know that's right because I've been dealing with this for a while, and I've been also practicing those methods of like staying positive, staying focused on what's good. And it sucks because, yeah, it took me some getting knocked down. It took getting knocked down by people like that quite a few times to realize, like, you know what, that says more about them than it says about me. I don't want to be in that negative space. Like, I was trying to, you know, elevate, and they must not have liked it because of whatever sadness they have trying to knock me down. But that's not good for them. That's not good for me. I don't want to join that. So yeah. Oh yeah, my point, it pretty much is that I'm pretty much done. Like, I got done with like the intentions that I had as far as, you know, sharing a stretching video today, and then, you know, sharing my cleaning up process, my cooking process, and then I shared a mukbang, which was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoy mukbangs, like, and I really love food, obviously, like, and yeah, at the same time, it's good to make it healthy and use some healthy strategies. That's what I'm doing now. That's kind of like my current phase because I already went through the getting knocked down phase. Then I went through the positive affirmations and kind of like inner healing, like centering within and tapping into my own peace. You know, I relied on God, Jesus a lot for that in the beginning, and then I kind of went from there. And now I'm kind of into like more physical movement, and I have noticed that they really have ramped up stuff now that I'm like speaking out and healing and probably helping their victims, because I'm one of them. So yeah, but of course I like to, you know, view myself as empowered now because I have empowered myself through all of that, despite all of that. And that's a word that you want to use, you know, despite what they say, despite what they're doing, despite their negative intentions, their whatever, their jealousy, their sadness, their pain, etc. Despite that, I'm going to go uphill. And I know that uphill is harder, and, you know, it's kind of easy for them to try to destroy, but, you know, God can help. And like I said, I have those practices like positive affirmations, like the beginning stuff. I have those on my channel already. So yeah. And thank you for the comments, by the way. I appreciate it. I really felt like today's video, like with the stretches and everything, it turned out better than I thought it was going to turn out. Like, it was a little more structured than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be random. But no. And then I had to remember, you know, I have been stretching for a few years now, even though I don't probably do it regularly enough. And that's something that I'll probably improve on. And yeah, I feel like I'm ready to rest. I feel like I've talked as much as I can, I shared as much as I can. I hope you check out my other videos. Um, and I'm on track. I will be making more videos like daily stretching routine, and I might add to that. So please look forward to that. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I'm just thinking if I have anything else I wanted to add, and I think that's it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.